What's up, guys, and welcome to another Battlefield 4 video. Back on the PDW grind today. And it takes a man to admit when he's wrong, and my goodness was I wrong about the PDWs. So much fun, dudes. Try them out if you haven't yet. Was there a patch, sorry? No patch. Just a better attitude, a better game mode, and a better connection. Those are the three things I'm going to talk about today. And I think the planets aligned, and I finally saw the light and figured out how to use the PDWs and how to have a good time with them. So yeah, let's get into it. So 1, obviously, domination. 2, make sure you're playing on low ping servers. I was playing around like, I don't know what this was, I think it was around 50 today. Which is about as max as I would recommend. I think I played on something that was like 80 or 80 to 100 later on this afternoon, and it was pretty miserable. So make sure you're not lagging. I mean, BF4 is known for its poor netcode, and then you add in domination, which is fast-paced, close quarters. You're getting shot around the corners all the time. Look at this, hose down, PP2000. Why you so good? But just remember that you're going to get shot around corners when playing domination. It is a bit of a frustrating game mode sometimes, so keep that in mind and just shrug it off before you start complaining and stuff. Just know that everybody else is dealing with the same thing. So, and also another tip about domination in general is play on the 48-man server max. I think this is a 32-man that I'm on, but the 64 is just, it's just too many people. And I'm usually all about having more people on a server, but in domination, you'll just get this essentially a line of people camping with machine guns, and it ruins the whole experience and the whole fun. So, yeah, smaller servers are better on dom. And then the next thing, you're probably wondering, well, how are you useful to your team when you're playing NG on a domination game mode? There's no vehicles. What are you going to do the whole time? Well, as you can see there, I just blew a hole in the wall with my RPG, and that's generally what I found to be the most useful way to go about it. Obviously, you can't throw ammo and medkits or even put down a spawn beacon for your team, but what you can do is start blowing down walls and getting people out of their little hidey holes. So RPG, perfect tool for the job. Unfortunately, your repair tool is going to be a little bit useless. I couldn't really find anything else to replace that with. You could put an EOD bot in and have some lulls if you wanted to, but that's probably your best bet, is just to RPG the campers out of their holes. Alright, now on to the weapons themselves. This website is simthic.com, and you can go to the BF4 tab, and they have all the guns. They even show you the recoil patterns and all the attachments. Everything you ever want to know about guns. So if you want to compare PDWs and apples to apples and whatnot, there's a link down below. You can check out all the guns. They have tons of information, but today what I'm going to talk about mainly in the PDWs is what felt good to me. The PP2000 and the MX4 were two that really work well for me. Obviously, I've done videos on the CBJ and the UMP9. Also solid choices, but the PP2000 and the MX4 were my jam today. And normally the MX4 is something I had completely just ignored because of the recoil, but I grounded out, got a few attachments unlocked, and yeah, much better. The thing is just the definition of a bullet hose, so try that out. And then the PP2000, well, it doesn't have necessarily the overall spray that the MX4 has. It has very little recoil, so although it doesn't do much damage at range, you can plink people and keep it on target with the PP2000, and it's going to work really well. So here I'm going to go into my loadouts and show you what to run. Alright guys, and welcome to my battle log. You guys are always, I think it's anybody can see this. I'll try to set my settings as open as possible if you guys want to come check out my loadouts anytime or anything. But what I have in my setup department, if I can figure out how to work this thing, for the PP2000, I just run the red dot sight, the laser light, and I'm going in between the heavy barrel and the suppressor and the muzzle brake. These three things seem to work the best for me. Play around with them, see what you think, but basically this is going to help your stability at the price of some accuracy. So that's basically muzzle climb, but your automatic fire is going to go a little bit crazier, but with how accurate this gun is to begin with, it's not going to be that hard to control. With the suppressor, it actually does increase stability as well. I don't know if everybody knows this, but suppressors do help you in that department. Laser light obviously helps you in the hip fire. As you can see, it's as good as it gets in the hip fire department. So very good thing to have on your gun is the laser light when you just basically don't even have to aim down sight if you don't want to. For the MX4, I run a very similar setup, red dot sight, muzzle brake. The heavy barrel doesn't seem worth it to me just because the recoil's so wild that anything that I can do to keep that gun from climbing is what I want. So the muzzle brake seems to work better on that. Obviously, the heavy barrel is going to work if you're aiming down sights, but the MX4 is not a gun that you really want to be aiming down sights anyway. Suppressor I've tried. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know, maybe it will grow on me, but I didn't like it on this particular weapon. For the grips, I like the stubby grip because again, it helps with the automatic fire. So it's it's just all about controlling the MX4 pretty much. It's a loose cannon, so to speak, and the angle grip can help. Not my favorite for this gun either. I think this is probably going to be my setup for the MX4. Alrighty guys, I think that is going to do it for the PDWs. Next on my checklist is the DMRs. I'm not really looking forward to that. I saw XCal has been grinding those out too on his stream, so maybe I'll pick up some tips from him that I can use, but we'll see. I think I'm going to be screaming Serenity now at my desk on that grind. But anyway guys, thank you so much for checking out the video, and I will talk to you all later.